everyone, and with today's Stormlight. So I'm currently recording this just like past midnight on a very early morning on a Thursday. So yeah, I was planning to record this a bit earlier tonight, but I just felt a bit lazy or whatnot. But at least now I'm able to record this. So yeah, for this particular action, I'm just probably just get into this. So yeah, I'm reacting to Pinkie Arabian Nights. So Shaladdin. So yeah, I remember like way back maybe like around like late March or something like that, where it was announced that this could be like the next Pinkie video. But of course, hey, we got that whole Discord episode based on the Goldilocks and the Three Bears thing. Now that was a pretty good one. And of course, now I saw like 4 months ago we actually got the actual Shaladdin Pinkie video here. And of course, yeah, I came out 4 months ago, so this is like one of those reveals that I've been wanting to react to for the first time, but I was able to at the time it came out. But now I am. And of course, during that time, there was another Pinkie Tales that came out, specifically the Pinkie Tales Little Mermaid. And then very recently, a couple weeks ago, was the latest episode of the Princess Trixie Sparkle episode 10 episode and such. But of course, all that by make my point and such. So I think like maybe next week or something that I can react to the latest release of Little Mermaid here. Such the week after that I could react to the latest Princess Trixie Sparkle episode. So yeah, let's at least go for that right now. But yeah, so I'm reacting to the Shaladdin video today. So without further ado, let's get started. First. But of course, you guys probably tell I'm using webcam for this because this particular episode is just under an hour long, and my camcorder doesn't do too well passing the 30-minute mark, or it'll be like around the 33-minute mark specifically, and it'll make a new favorite file just because. So, and look, in the past that's kind of messed me up in regards to being in sync with the video I'm watching stuff. So yeah, for these longer videos such, I use my webcam. So yeah, so heads there. And of course, yeah, in the past there have been moments where the video freezes for a few seconds or like that. So anything like that happens, I apologize in advance. So yeah, so heads up. All right, so well, let's react to Pinkie Tales Arabian Nights Shaladdin here. In 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, yeah, Pinkie Tales.
Pinkie Tales. Arabian Nights Shaladdin.
I think of all the 90s Disney movies, this wasn't my all-time favorite, but it was pretty good.
This time for really reals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember. Yeah. With lots and lots
of course, yeah. Hey, April Fools, we get the Discord things. Yeah.
Once upon a time.
All right.
A long time ago, in the hot desert sands of Equestria, there was a kingdom called Arabia, home to adventure, exotic treasure, and family fun for all ages.
Are you sure about that?
This vast kingdom was a wonderful
because there's
sight
some
to behold.
kind of dark humor
or
something like that in
original
film.
One dark and fateful night, where a mysterious and magical cave in the shape of a
shaped like Rarity
arose from a
oh my god, okay,
so
Saba as Jafar, alright, and both biceps.
Who in their right mind would wake me at this hour?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
The giant head said, blinking a few times before focusing her sights on the pony standing in front of her.
Yeah.
He was a large muscled Pegasus with abnormal.
I like his cancel mile there, so
his eyes.
I can't remember his chibi.
This is promising. What is it you want?
The Pegasus's hooves shook in fright
as
he glanced over his shoulder to the mysterious stallion waiting behind him. The stallion narrowed his eyes and pointed his hoof expectantly in the direction of the giant pony head.
Let me guess, darling. You want access to
this is choice have Rarity be like the tiger of sand. I don't know the name of the thing.
They don't call me a wonder for nothing.
Oh.
I'm right here, darling. There's no need to shout.
Yeah.
The Pegasus glanced over his shoulder one more time before timidly approaching the mouth of the cave.
Let's do that!
How's that gonna work?
He took a wary step closer, and then another, his confidence building with each stride. Once he was inside, however, the cave of Rarity's mouth snapped shut.
Oh no!
She puffed out her sandy cheeks and spat the stallion back into the air. He soared miles overhead, screaming as he did so, while the cave sputtered
Jesus,
in
my
disgust.
Oh my! That was vile.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Absolutely disgusting. He tasted like.
I feel like
mussels
rock movie
and
sound effects in the background.
sweat.
That's a nice little touch.
No pony had better bother me again until a proper gentle colt with a heart of gold dares enter my
Well, we
treasure
might get
trove.
that pretty soon.
And handsome. He simply must be handsome.
Very specific
Cleanliness is important
qualifications
as
there,
well.
Rarity.
Perhaps he likes long walks on the beach.
Very
and
specific.
staying inside cozy by the fire on rainy nights. Not that we have much rain here.
Oh, yeah, in the desert.
The cave continued.
Okay,
thinking
bye,
to
Rarity.
herself as she slowly descended out of sight, leaving nothing but a giant sand dune and the mysterious stallion behind.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day now, is it?
Braveheart has. What's the parrot's name?
A loudmouth talking parrot perched on the back of the
I'll probably
stallion said,
Then again, you don't see stallions like that every day either.
Yeah.
I mean, is it even logical that all them muscles help that fool fly? You think that'd be counterproductive, what with the size of them wings?
Yeah, you say, bro.
Blago. Clearly, this wasn't the correct pony to accomplish all
Ooh, that's cool voice or something.
Good luck finding
Or
someone
some
better.
far.
Or dumber.
Worry not. My magic will point us in the direction of this pony with a heart of gold. Victory is close at hoof, my friend.
Yeah, we'll see about that
and
sometime.
with that, the stallion ignited his horn with magic, and the pair disappeared
Alright, that's
into the
easy
night.
enough to do that. Alright, back.
The next
Oh,
day,
AC Tricks in the
life
background.
continued as normal. for the
There's
ponies of
Magpie.
Saddle
Alright,
Arabia.
of course,
Deep
shiny
in the
armor.
heart of the city, the marketplace was alive
That's
and
nice
busy
little
as
outfit,
ever.
bro.
By mid-morning,
Of course, that
the
based on
ponies
land,
had
of
set
course.
up their stalls to sell their wares and had attracted a
See,
sizable crowd.
it's of course I
This
sell the
accounted for
potions
the
and
royal
whatnot.
guard presence,
Oh,
as
yeah.
it was not uncommon for thieves to covet the many tempting exotic
Yeah, I remember
trinkets
that
and
stuff.
oddities.
Okay, speaking of merchants,
One
see the
such
Flip-Flop
thief
Brothers.
was a young stallion called Shaladdin.
Yeah.
Having been brought up on
I
the
remember his
streets
first
to only
like
his
release
agility
when
and
I
street
was
smarts,
like
Shaladdin
he
spent
was
his
basically the
days
first guys I
dodging
had
palace
for
guards
Aladdin.
and stealing the meals he needed to survive.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
you mean there are ponies in Saddle Arabia who have to steal just to live?
Yeah.
What kind of crazy backwards place is this?
Well, they kind of have to.
Eat the grass.
Well,
There is no grass.
yes, it's
Pinkie.
desert, Pinkie.
This is a desert.
Yeah.
What does a dessert have to do with anything?
Pinkie, not
I mean,
that-
putting a
not that one.
clip off of cupcakes and
Just remove one of the
fries.
S's.
Desert, Pinkie, not dessert.
Yeah, I heard you. A dessert. That's a really
Pinkie, get your
good
ears
accent,
checked.
you know.
I'm referring to a large, dry, barren region, usually having sandy or rocky soil and little or no vegetation.
I don't know what desserts taste like where you come from, but that doesn't sound
God damn,
appetizing
Pinkie.
at all. You haven't lived until you've tried the cake's award-winning marzipan mascarpone meringue madness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait here. I'll go get you some right now.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Pinkie, I don't need.
Bye, Pinkie.
Shaladdin wouldn't have escaped pursuit all
Wait.
these years if it weren't for his very best friend Apul, the monkey. Of the pair of them, Shaladdin had great strength.
Is it just
but
the
was
monkey
Apul
or
who
who's
was
the
gifted
I want
with
to say
the
age.
brains.
I don't know.
Together, they were an unstoppable pair.
All right, Apul. Another day.
Oh, I think it
another
is
show.
AJ because of.
Shaladdin said, scanning the marketplace stalls for something delicious to
I'm
steal.
not seeing much.
Do Saddle Arabian ponies used in ours? I thought we were trying not to misrepresent the culture with this here story. Besides, when have we ever ended the day with any money at all?
It's just an expression.
Oh, yeah.
Lighten up, will ya? I'm starving.
Yeah, it definitely is
Got my
AJ
eye
in
on
this
that
universe.
stall of
She's
fruit over
so
there.
down.
Just look at all those choices, Apul.
Damn.
Oranges, mangoes, watermelons, cherries, grapes, pineapples.
Oh, bye. Yeah.
Wait, can our climate really grow all that?
What?
We're in a desert, not on a tropical island.
Well, it probably came
Oh, look.
very far.
They have your favorite.
Don't say it.
Bananas.
Oh, bananas. Right, because I'm a monkey.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Like apples.
Oh, wait, never mind. Looks like they're fresh out of bananas. Maybe we can get you a nice, shiny red apple.
Yeah,
instead.
there it is.
And there it is.
Yeah.
I can't ever escape apples, can I?
Apparently
Apple
not.
carefully made her way towards their soon-to-be breakfast, muttering sarcastically under her breath.
Yeah.
They're making the element of honesty a thief in this story. That can't
As
possibly go
always, just
wrong.
break the fourth wall in this
She
series.
was moments away from reaching a particularly delicious-looking orange when she quickly
Oh,
ducked under the stool
here, Abel.
instead.
Oh, of course, yeah.
A strange hooded mare had approached the assorted fruits, forcing Apul to remain out of sight.
With the pretty mare, like a nice juicy
I do a little like
apple to start the day.
They rainbows are in her head.
The mare said, levitating the apple from the fruit merchant and taking a bite.
That'll be 2 bits.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so we're back to bits now?
Well,
Apul asked, still concealed from view. Shaladdin was not too far away, watching the exchange curiously.
yeah.
He seemed rather fixated on the mysterious shopper who might have cost him his breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Bits? Right. I have money. If you would just let me go back to the palace, I can...
You can't pay, you say? So you're a thief then?
Oh, jeez.
Do you know what happens to thieves like you?
I'm curious why she didn't bring money with her.
I can pay. I just don't have anything on me right now.
Guards!
Oh, jeez.
Thief!
The mare's eyes darted around the marketplace in fear.
Oh, boy, you're trying
Thinking
to... Shaladdin can help
Apul
here.
climbed up the fruit stand and jumped onto the merchant's head,
Well, okay.
pulling her oversized turban over her eyes before reclaiming her spot on Shaladdin's back. Shaladdin quickly knocked over a basket of mangoes, causing the fruit to scatter between the merchant and the mare. When the merchant attempted to pursue her, she tripped over her own produce instead.
Quick, this way!
Shaladdin said, leading the mare away from the ruckus.
You didn't have to do that.
The mare said, out of breath as she tried to keep up.
Don't worry about it. It's about time I got myself into trouble today anyway. I'm Shaladdin. This little buddy of mine here is Apul.
The mare started, but was cut off when the crowds parted and a line of palace guards were waiting for them.
Good.
The guard in charge stepped forward.
Oh, you got some other armor
on
here.
Her face. Her rainbow mane was only just visible under the helmet she wore.
Yeah.
Wait, what? But I thought Rainbow was the merchant.
Yeah.
back there.
Halt!
Oh, okay, yeah, screw that for now.
This time, street rats. You're not getting away so easy.
The guard fanned out her wings and readied herself to take off in
How are you gonna get out of
pursuit.
this?
Who said this was easy?
Shaladdin asked, turning his attention to a large cart of barrels nearby. He
Oh,
bounded to the
okay,
side,
Jesus.
kicked off the wall of the building, and bucked his hind legs into the side of the cart, sending the barrels toppling over the unsuspecting
Oh,
guards.
jeez.
Not wasting any time, Shaladdin motioned for the mare to follow him down an alleyway.
Yeah.
See that old abandoned building? Wait there till I've given these guys the slip.
What about you?
This isn't the worst challenge I've faced.
Really?
Shaladdin said with a grin, igniting his magic and teleporting
okay,
the
that
mare
works.
across the street and out of harm's way.
You still have magic? Why in the hell are we putting ourselves in danger every day just for a darn piece of fruit when you can make one appear?
Yeah, what the...
Aw, but where's the fun in that?
Shiny.
There he is.
Oh,
One of
hey,
the
Big
guards
Mac.
called out. Apul recognized the sound of the guard's voice and turned to see a familiar deep crimson coat and light orange
Wait.
mane.
Let's get a move on. This one's not gonna be easy to outmuscle.
Yeah, I
The pair
bet.
of friends didn't hesitate.
Oh, I see,
They
oh,
ran
I see
along
a
the
change
alleyway
in the
which led
background.
back into
Okay.
the heart of the marketplace.
Well, I see Terry doing the background.
Unfortunately, there were too many.
I
ponies
kind of like this where you
around
spot.
to
Oh,
clean getaway.
okay. Hey, I see
Rather
that
than
point in the
stick to
background. Oh, nice.
streets, Shaladdin decided to take to the rooftops. With the pool on his back, he pushed off hard from the ground and leapt onto a nearby awning, which propelled him up onto the roof.
No, not on the roof. Rainbow will spot you in it.
Halt!
Oh, sup?
Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Shaladdin only had
That doesn't
moments
help.
to react
That
before he was
doesn't
sure
help
to
that
be caught.
Rainbow can fly
Taking
here
a
and
sharp
such.
turn, he jumped back down between a pair of
okay.
buildings, narrowly missing the clothing line between them as he fell.
Oh, jeez.
The guard, however, was not as fortunate.
Well-
She flew straight into
Oh,
a rock, and before she could
Rainbow.
get herself free, the clothing
Well-
line snapped her backwards into the sky again.
Oh, jeez.
Shaladdin laughed, and moments before touching the ground, he ignited his horn and teleported himself away.
Oh, okay.
Moments
that
later, he reappeared back inside the abandoned building he had mentioned, panting and smiling.
See? Piece of cake.
Sure.
Apul jumped down from his shoulder and looked around curiously.
Where's the mare?
Shaladdin looked around nervously for her
is she
before
there?
racing down the steps of the building and back out into the open.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
waiting at the bottom were the palace guards, who quickly seized him
Oh,
while he was
shit.
distracted.
Of course, I put a
The
locker on
mare
his
in question was
horn.
struggling a few feet away. Shaladdin growled and attempted to use his magic, but the strange device they'd locked on his horn prevented
That's
it.
no good.
By order of the Sultan, you are under arrest.
Let him go.
And why would I do a foolish thing like that?
Because I ordered you to.
the mayor said, pulling away her disguise.
Oh shit, it's
the
a princess!
around her gasped and immediately fell to the dirt road in a bow. Shaladdin quickly came to the realization that she was none other than the princess of Saddle Arabia.
Yeah.
He'd never seen
I
Princess
like the
Jasmine's
outfits
before,
that Gabe's wearing here. Obviously, up his Jasmine such, and
she
has
was
nice outfits.
beautiful, and he couldn't look away
Yeah,
from
she
her
looked
kind
pretty.
lavender eyes.
I'm sorry, Princess, but the law is the law, and with all due respect, we are to follow it as instructed by your father. We've been after this thief for some time now. His crimes are too numerous to be ignored. You will have to consult your father on his decided punishment.
Yeah.
Fine. But if I learn that you mistreat him, I will report you to the Sultan myself.
Oh,
The
jeez.
princess declared. She gave Shaladdin a sympathetic smile, then took off in flight for the palace.
Yeah, hopefully she
Shortly
gets
after,
the
Shaladdin
shafar.
was-
What? Oh, Pinkie! Whoa, she got Pinkie!
What? Pinkie? It's all over everything.
Oh, jeez.
Even the story.
Oh, yeah, it's on my screen.
Was an
I can't really
accident.
see.
Here, let me just.
No,
Yep.
stay back. You've done enough.
Yeah.
I just want to help.
Go to the bad Pinkie corner.
Yeah,
now.
get into the corner,
The rest
Pinkie.
of this cake with you.
I'm being punished with dessert?
Yes. Wait.
I'm oddly okay with this.
Yeah.
Father?
Whoa.
Father?
Princess Jadance called, pushing open the
Oh,
throne
Jadance?
room door
Okay.
to find the Sultan pacing in front of his throne.
Okay, we got Twilight being
Daughter,
that
where
Sultan
have you
here.
been? I was worried sick about you.
Sultan Sparkle said, pulling his daughter into a hug.
Father, I need to speak to you at once about a stallion.
This is kind of weird, like referring to the mayors as guys and one
You were in the
that. This is
marketplace? What were you
so
doing
this is Pokemon 2 on
outside the
this.
palace walls?
Okay.
Surely the princess has good reason for
boy.
abandoning her father.
Ooh, that's a
dark
cool
and
outfit.
sinister-looking pony said, emerging from the side of the throne where previously he had been standing motionless. He was the Sultan's most trusted advisor.
Yeah.
Although he smiled, it was a twisted and unnerving smile.
Yeah, especially
which
with his
matched
appearance.
the off-putting tone of his voice.
I didn't abandon any pony. I merely wished to experience something outside of the Stonewall prison.
But you could have been hurt.
I was getting along fine on my own.
That is not what I heard, Your Majesty. My sources have told me that the princess ran into some trouble during her little act of rebellion.
A little bit.
She was found with a dangerous criminal in the marketplace before his capture.
He wasn't dangerous. If anything, he saved me from a rude and overbearing street merchant. That's why I'm here, Father, to plead on his behalf. Oh, he might be a thief, but he is no hardened criminal. Even I can tell he has a heart of gold.
Oh, yeah.
Sombra's eyes
Oh,
widened
it's a
at the mention of a
light
heart of
bulb.
gold. He looked away from the Sultan to the door leading to the
It has been a
dungeon.
while since I've seen
don't
the
want
actual
any
Aladdin
harm
movie, so I
coming
can't
to you,
remember
Father.
like how accurate it is to
Please,
the
for his act of
movie
bravery,
as such.
can you not pardon
Of course,
his
yeah, I'm
crimes?
actually like the original
That
story is
would
one
be
that's different,
quite
but
impossible, Your Highness. No thief can be redeemed by one mere act of kindness. The Sultan would be wise to keep the youth in the dungeon where he can do no more harm.
I'm afraid he's right, my dear.
Oh,
My
jeez.
hooves are tied on this matter. The law states that a pony must pay for his crimes no matter his intention. The prisoner will remain in the dungeon.
that's no good.
Jadence's eyes watered, and she stormed from the throne room.
Oh, jeez.
Sultan Sparkle heaved a heavy sigh before following after her.
Worry not, my liege. You made the correct decision.
Sombra called out to him, waiting until he had
wait,
left
what was
the
it,
throne room
Sombra?
before erasing the phony smile from his face.
Rago, wake up at once.
Raggle?
Sombra snapped, turning his attention to the parrot still asleep on the perch beside the throne.
I never liked Bluebird.
What?
Come.
What?
I
Okay.
think we have a little business to conduct in the dungeon.
Yeah, we'll see how that.
Deep in
Okay,
the
I got a
confines
pool
of the
trying to break him
dungeon,
out.
Shaladdin found himself chained uncomfortably to the wall.
Yeah,
His
that
only
probably looked
means
pretty
of light
uncomfortable.
came from a small window above his head. Luckily for him, a pool was just the right size to squeeze through the window's bars
Yeah.
and come to his aid.
How's it coming, little buddy?
Shaladdin asked, while Apul struggled to free her friend.
Well, seeing as how I'm a monkey and have no idea how to work these, hand
He's being
things,
so literal here,
Okay.
AJ.
Apul said, fidgeting with the lock clumsily.
Maybe you could try to get this thing off my horn first?
Apul
That would be
examined the
helpful.
strange device locked on Shaladdin's horn. She reached out to touch it and was met with a surprising surge.
Oh, jeez.
Pool! Are you alright?
Well, she's very flippant.
I absolutely refuse to say this next line.
What next line?
Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
What is it?
Are you kidding me? We can't advance in the story unless I say it.
Oh,
God darn it, Pinkie Pie, this is the most ridiculous. Fine.
Come on, AJ.
Well, that was shocking.
Boom.
The lamest joke I ever had to mutter.
Perhaps I may be of more assistance
okay, got
to
someone.
you, my young
Picking as an old man.
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh, just a lonely prisoner like yourself.
You sure about
The
that?
stallion said, levitating a strange-looking key to the device around Shaladdin's horn, freeing it instantly.
Alright.
Shaladdin then used his own magic to pry open the chain around his neck.
Thanks.
You know, you're quite spry for a young stallion.
Yeah.
I heard the royal guard discuss.
It's like his old man. This guy's old man voice.
Yeah, well, it only takes one mistake to end up here, so none
They
of that
created
really
speaking
matters.
voices. I have like the voice work in this
my
Pigtails
friend.
video so far, especially Shiny Armor here.
Skills like yours could be of
I think I actually
great
took a peek
use
at the
to me.
voice actors actors, and I
What
saw that
exactly do you
Ashley
want?
H is voicing
There is a
Twilight
great
here, so
treasure that
who
awaits
works
the
on the
pair of
Remembrance
us.
series,
If you
so
are
that's pretty
willing
cool.
to take the risk, only I know its whereabouts. But alas, my magic is too weak, and my bones too brittle to retrieve it on my own. Think of it, lad.
I can't just bear was seeing the movie and the movie stuff, so I can't remember like how accurate this is or whatnot. So, oh gosh, I just watched the movie when I was very little, and that was
What
it.
will I have to do?
Why don't you come with me and find out?
The
Okay.
old stallion said, igniting his magic to reveal a secret passage
Okay, what does AJ have
hidden
to say
in one
here?
of the dungeon walls.
Really? That's how easy it is to get out of here? No wonder there's so much crime in Saddle Arabia.
A pool muttered as Shaladdin followed
Kind of
the
reminds me like
stallion out
about
of his
like
cell.
in the Gotham City where there's so many
It
crime
was
there.
just after twilight when the pair of ponies had reached the
Oh
opening
jeez,
of
what was
the
Ray
cave
gonna
of
say about
Rarity.
Shaladdin?
Twilight was there?
What?
No, Pinkie. Twilight as in time of day.
Oh.
Wait. What are you
Well,
doing
yeah,
out
get
of
in your corner.
I came to see if it's the genie thing yet.
Not
You
yet.
do realize that you spoiled part of the plot, right?
Well,
You'll be in the story soon enough.
Me? What do you mean?
I guess she's
You're
the
playing
genie.
the part of the genie,
Oh, yeah.
aren't you?
Just because I can break the fourth wall and make lots of funny jokes, you just assume that I casted myself as the genie.
Well,
huh?
she fits the part pretty well.
That's called character profiling. I expected better from you.
Well, if you let me continue the story, maybe we'll find out who is playing the genie.
Yeah, more like it is Pinkie as a genie.
Disturbs my beauty sleep at a much more reasonable
Yeah,
hour.
more reasonable.
The giant pony head exclaimed.
Yeah, it's almost
looking at
night, but
the
not
old
quite there
stallion
yet.
and his new comrade.
The cave head is Rarity? Wait, really?
Me. My name is Shaladdin, and I have come seeking entrance to your vast treasure.
I know, darling. Ponies don't usually seek out mystical caves just to have a nice chat.
Yeah.
Although that would be nice. You are a much better choice than the last stallion who attempted to enter my cave.
What do you mean, attempted?
Oh? What is this? Is that a country-speaking monkey?
Wait.
Am I really expected to allow a monkey into my treasure trove?
Maybe.
This monkey is my best friend, and if she doesn't go, I don't go.
Aw, how sweet.
Yeah.
You two must be the best of friends.
Yes.
All right, I've heard enough.
Oh.
Clearly, young stallion, you have a heart of gold. After all, it must be quite challenging to care for a smelly and hairy little creature like that and call it a friend.
Maybe.
Hey!
You may come in, darling, but I warn you, touch only the instrument of destiny or be prepared to face drastic consequences.
Okay, I'm guessing it's the
cave of
lamp or
Rarity
what?
opened her mouth to allow Shaladdin passage. As he approached, the old stallion called out to him.
Bring me the instrument of destiny, and the rest of the treasure is yours.
Shaladdin nodded and began the descent into the cave.
Yeah, we'll see how this
Wait,
goes.
how is that a fair deal? We were just warned moments ago not to touch anything else, and this old stallion here wants the one thing we can? How is this not alarming to you?
Yeah, you worry too much, Apul. We'll be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Once Shaladdin and Apul had reached the bottom of the cave, their eyes widened in wonder at the sight of the vast treasure within. The difficulty of the situation was
the
just
song
now
choice
sinking
here.
in, as the pair both wondered in silence how it would be possible to find an instrument of destiny in these mountains of gold and jewels. It certainly didn't help that they weren't allowed to touch anything.
Yeah.
Watch out!
Apul shouted, moments before Shaladdin accidentally stepped hoof on a strange-looking carpet laying atop the sill.
Okay.
What? What's wrong?
You just touched that carpet thing. I thought we weren't allowed to do that down here.
Maybe this is the instrument of destiny?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm not
Oh, it's flashlight? Okay. Yeah, like with the flowers and one then. And the butterflies on too. Oh,
the carpet said.
Okay.
Shaladdin backed away from the carpet in surprise, falling onto the ground and nearly squashing his simian friend.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's a choice for the carpet here.
Scare me? No, you just surprised me is all. I've never seen a talking carpet before.
Yeah.
My name's Shaladdin. What's yours?
I'm a doormat.
Really?
Oh, doormat. Oh,
No, I mean my name is Doormat.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Who said that?
Oh, that's my friend, Apul.
Shaladdin said, turning to the side for Doormat to see the monkey on
Can
his
she
back.
see or?
A monkey?
Oh.
Oh, how adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, and she even has a little fez.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to come with us? We're looking for the instrument of destiny.
I would love to. I think I know where that is.
Okay,
but
where's that?
You can't get there on hoof.
Well, obviously you can fly us there, right?
Yes. I guess I could,
Yeah.
but I'm rather afraid of heights.
Apul face-palmed from Shaladdin's back.
How about you get us as close as you can, and we'll figure it out from there?
Yeah, that'd
I
be
can
nice.
do that.
All right.
Doormat said, allowing Shaladdin to settle on top of her. She levitated herself off the ground slowly and flew off in the direction of their prize. After a long cautionary flight,
what's the pool guy saying now?
They arrived in a separate section of the cave.
I was like, she's kind of like forced a reason, but of course points out the stupid stuff in this.
Well, this is it.
Wait, if we're underground and it's dark outside, how is that pedestal lit up?
Come on, Apul. Let's just get this instrument of destiny and get out of here.
Yeah.
Shaladdin said, ascending the stone steps with Apul on his back. Once they reached the top, Shaladdin paused in surprise.
The instrument of destiny is a tuba.
Oh my god.
Of course it's a tuba.
Before Shaladdin could say another word, the tuba began to
Okay,
shake
so
and
he's
move
replaced
on
for
its own.
the genie lamp.
From somewhere within, a pink cloud of smoke burst forth.
Well, okay,
carrying with
Pinkie.
it a magical genie.
Okay, that's.
Ta-da!
Oh.
So, you are the genie after
Yes.
all.
Duh. I'm like the perfect pony for this role.
Yeah.
Except maybe Discord, but he's still in trouble.
Yeah, from the last
You
story.
gave me all that grief for nothing.
Well, I never said I wasn't gonna play the part.
No wonder all those other narrators quit.
Oh, Jesus.
Some ponies summon a genie by blowing into the instrument of destiny.
Not exactly.
No.
Oh. Oops. My bad. I'll just wait until you do that then.
What?
The genie said,
Pinkie.
disappearing back
Pinkie.
inside the tuba. Shaladdin looked at Apul, and then back at the tuba, before pressing his lips to the mouthpiece and giving a mighty blow.
Okay, there we go.
Shaladdin, I'm so happy you've released me from my musical prison.
How do you know his name?
How do you know my name?
Yeah.
Magical intuition, of course. It has nothing to do with the walls or the number 4. So, you're probably wondering who I am.
Yes.
You're a genie?
How did you know? Was it the narrator?
Okay, I just love this you versus Pinkie.
You just said it yourself a couple seconds ago.
Oh, that's right. Well, here I am.
Yes.
The genie of the instrument of destiny, otherwise known as a tuba. It's a pun, you see, but that's not the best part. I'm a wish-granting genie, and you get 3 wishes. Wait, what is that?
What?
The genie asked,
Whoa.
She disappeared momentarily, only to reappear again next to a pile of treasure that included a large, sparkling sapphire.
Sure, that's good to touch that. Wait, does it affect the genie?
Out a hoof.
Wait, don't!
Yeah.
Apul cautioned, but she was a second too late.
Yeah.
The genie picked up the sapphire and admired it in the torchlight.
Oh yeah.
Dare you!
Ah, damn it, Pinkie!
My one rule was not to
It wasn't their fault, it was the genie!
But it was so shiny and I couldn't help myself.
Shut it.
Oh my.
Okay. Casual text on the doormat there.
Run!
Yeah, I got the hell out of there.
Called, using his magic to carry the tube.
Wait, why not fly the doormat?
Paul reached out and clung onto doormat.
Yeah, there we go.
Fluttered aimlessly as they ran.
Yeah.
Fluttered. I love puns.
Unfortunately, by the time they had reached the base of the stone steps, the Cave of Rarity had already closed her mouth and descended back into the sand. Looking around them, Shaladdin realized the caverns of vast treasure had all disappeared, leaving nothing but long, empty chasms. He and his friends were stranded hundreds of feet below the surface.
That's not good.
Well, that's just great.
Yeah.
How in the hay are we supposed to get out of here?
Oh, I know. Doormat can fly us out.
Yeah?
I'd really rather not fly that high. Oh yeah, I forgot you had a height problem. I knew I should have made you the tiger. What?
Oh.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Well, I do have 3 wishes. Maybe I can just wish us out.
Yep.
Or, you know, use your unicorn magic, which is always conveniently forgotten.
Well, yeah. Yeah, let's teleport around.
Right.
Shaladdin said with a smile. He ignited his horn.
Okay,
and
yeah,
a flash
that
of
works.
light, he and his friends appeared on the outskirts of Saddle Arabia.
I feel like the horns could be a very like Deus Ex Machina thing throughout the story.
I'm the only one who's supposed to have magical ripping powers and save the day. You just light your
Well, it doesn't help they're in like this based on a My Little Pony such unicorns and such.
What's the point of having a magical talking doormat that can fly but doesn't want to? And what happened to my song? I'm supposed to be a song.
Oh.
Now be a good little poor pony and wish you're a prince so that you can wear the princess.
Shaladdin, Apul, and Doormat stared at the genie unblinking, unsure what to say.
Yeah, I'm going to say my...
Okay. I wish I was a prince.
Okie dokie wokey.
The genie exclaimed with glee.
Okay.
She waved her hooves dramatically and conjured a great cloud of pink smoke.
Oh.
When it cleared, Shaladdin could see his appearance was drastically altered to reflect
like how his outfit's
Saddle
pink.
Arabian royalty. Although he wasn't a fan of the pink-centric colour scheme, Shaladdin beamed from ear to ear.
Okay, I just want to go with it.
What in the hay did you do to me?
What?
Shaladdin
What the hell?
His simian companion was no longer a monkey. Instead, she had a purple scaly body with a stubby pointed tail and green spikes that spanned from the top of her head to the base of her tail.
You turned me into Spike?
Shaladdin's a prince now. He needs something cooler than a monkey for a head, don't you think? What's more princely than a dragon?
That would be cool, that.
Adorable. Maybe next time you won't suggest some pony use magic to upstage the only magical pony in this story. Besides the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what this is about? I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Okay, I was arguing.
Tell the stories with these giant plot holes that don't make a lick of sense. You lost yourself with the genie so you could steal the show, didn't you?
Are you following any of this?
Oh, no.
Even though it don't make a lick of sense.
Genie, come here.
What?
You're dragging this out longer than it needs to be.
Yeah, a little
we
bit.
need to move on.
Yeah.
Narrator.
And you're turning a pool back into a monkey.
Aw, do I have to?
Genie.
Fine.
Sombra!
Okay.
The princess
Oh,
called,
Sombra,
storming
okay.
down the palace corridor towards him.
I just spoke to the royal guard, and they informed me that you personally escorted the prisoner from his cell. What have you done with him?
Your Highness,
nothing.
it is my duty to uphold the peace in Saddle Arabia. I merely carried out the stallion's sentence.
Oh, jeez.
Sentence?
Yes. You see, the stallion was...
Swallowed by a giant pony head in the middle of nowhere.
What?
Princess.
What? You were there. You saw him get eaten.
Brago started, but was swiftly cut off when Sombara's magic snapped the parrot's mouth shut.
I'm afraid I must inform you that the stallion was banished to the desert. I don't make the rules, Princess. I merely enforce them. We can't go changing our bylaws because the princess felt bad for the street urchin.
But the scorching sands of the desert stretch on for miles. It's a death sentence.
A tragic yet necessary part of Saddle Arabia's prosperity. Besides, you have far more things to worry your pretty little head about, Like your lineage.
Oh,
He's right, my daughter.
The Sultan said, entering the throne room with his escort of palace guards.
Well,
his ears were
I'm
mounted
not
against
seeing
his
the
head.
guards.
I have promised the ponies a decision will be made before tomorrow at sunset.
But father, every stallion asking for my hoof were all egotistical brutes only after the throne. How could you expect me to choose one of them to wed?
Oh,
With
jeez.
all due respect, princess, we cannot simply wait around for some pony to burst into the palace and declare they have found your true love.
Now that's just asking to be jinxed.
Yeah.
Palace doors
There we go.
and a strange pink pony pushed a large cannon into view, aimed directly at the Saddle Arabian throne.
Oh, jeez.
Told ya.
Oh, yeah.
Your royal majesties, and creepy advisor stallion and annoying talking pigeon.
Oh, a pigeon.
May I present to you Princess Jaden's true love?
The pink pony said,
okay, very
igniting the
specific
cannon,
there.
which promptly exploded into an
Okay,
array of balloons, confetti, streamers, and a regal stallion standing atop a
I think I
magic
found my
flying
thumbnail.
doormat. The stallion soared across the room, his doormat screaming the entire way.
Yeah, I would too.
My oh my, who is this?
The Sultan exclaimed, taken in by the flashy entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's that Shaladdin kid. He must have found the genie and gotten out.
Hush, I must learn who this charlatan is.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
You don't see the resemblance?
Oh, yeah.
It's Shaladdin! Look, I can see that monkey's tail coming out from under his turban.
Yeah.
Give it up, cousin. He'll never listen.
Your Majesty, my name is Prince Shining Armor, and I have come
okay,
to
here's
request
his
the
actual
love
name.
of your lovely Princess Jaden's.
You certainly know how to make an appearance, young prince.
Yeah.
Come, meet my daughter, the rarest and most beautiful flower in all of Saddle Arabia.
Shaladdin bowed before Jaden's and kept his eyes locked on hers. She looked so different from the runaway he had met on the street, but her striking eyes remained as hypnotizing as he remembered. Shaladdin was frozen in place, unable to summon the right words to greet her, in fear of her rejection.
Oh, yeah.
Princess, you are indeed quite lovely.
Yeah, she is.
I wish I knew what to say.
Having unwittingly used his second wish, Genie poofed to a tiny floating version of herself and told him the next line to say.
Oh.
I have traveled a great distance and faced many obstacles to ask you this one question. Will you marry me?
If you think I can be won over by an exuberant entrance like that, then you are a fool. Unlike my father, I am far from impressed, Prince Shining Armor, and I refuse to remain in the company of those who would trade my marriage like wares in a marketplace.
Princess Jaden's exclaimed, taking off in flight back to her chambers in a huff.
Well, there goes one of the only good cannon ships.
Hours later, in the
yeah,
courtyard below
dear
Princess
indeed.
Jaden's balcony, Shaladdin was pacing back and forth. He was worried that he'd ruined his first impression with the princess, and ultimately her approval.
Yeah.
Genie, what am I going to do? She'll never give me a chance now.
Yeah.
Aw, cheer up, Shaladdin.
Oak's making blue
There's
now.
way too much fan art and merchandise of you two for this not to work.
Genie said, mindlessly blowing balloon animals that would then come to life.
I don't think she was too keen on the meet and engage thing you had going on there.
Yeah.
Excuse me, little Miss Sour Appool, but for your information, all the best fairy tale princess gets a girl that way. Just ask Prince Dash or Prince Charming. They meet, they kiss, they marry. Ooh, you just forgot to kiss her. No wonder it didn't work.
It's not
Maybe
usually
if
that
I
easy.
go up there, just explain how I feel. She might not hate me.
That'd be nice.
Got you covered.
Genie said, magicking a giant heart-shaped hot air balloon with a picture of Shaladdin and Jaden's kissing plastered on its side.
I don't think I'll be needing your help for this one, Genie.
Yeah.
Not that your magic isn't great.
Yeah.
It's just that, Doormat here said she really wants to help me out.
Oh,
I do?
yeah, you do.
Of course you do.
Help me out.
After all, every pony has to conquer their fears eventually,
Yeah,
right?
help a bro out.
All you have to do is fly me up to the balcony. I'll do the rest.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Alright.
Aw, really? But look,
Shipments.
shipments approved.
I'll tell you what, Genie. I'll use Doormat's help this time. And then when the princess is in love with me,
what's Pinkie
use my
worried
last
about?
wish to set you free.
What?
Really? Does that mean I can go anywhere and use my magic for anything I want?
Now let's just think about that a little bit, Shaladdin. I'm not sure the world can handle Genie's, unique style of magic.
Yeah, I don't think you're really
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Shaladdin
I'm really
said,
curious what we're gonna do with
signing
that.
top doormat and guiding her flight to the balcony above.
Pretty sure something bad might happen, but we'll see.
Princess Jaden had shut herself
Okay,
in her
here's a
chamber
rainbow as
since
a
the
tiger.
display in the throne room. Her faithful pet, Ranger the tiger, was close at hand, wishing there was something that could cheer up her princess.
They're expecting a decision tomorrow, Ranger. This is why I tried to leave in the first place. I can't marry one of those brutes and allow my father's throne to be misused for personal gain.
Ranger suddenly leapt to her paws and growled
I didn't
loudly
like
in
the
the
design for
direction of the balcony.
Ranger over here.
What is it?
What was that? Somebody, little cat.
Cadence wondered aloud. She crossed the room and opened the doors leading outside, with Ranger following close behind. Standing alone on the balcony was Prince Shining Armor, with an apologetic grin on his face.
Hello again, Princess. Please forgive my intrusion. I just...
Shaladdin
Forgive
was cut
my
off when Ranger
intrusion.
pounced, claws
Nice
swiping at
accent
the
there.
intruder.
I was wondering if we were with Shatner
no,
for a bit.
Let me handle this.
Okay.
Ranger? As in Rainbow? She's the tiger too?
Oh.
We ran out of the budget. Do you know how much it costs to turn you into a monkey? Or Rarity into a giant talking head?
That probably cost...
Wait! Princess, please, let me explain. I'm very sorry I gave you the wrong first impression earlier. I was so nervous to talk to you that I stumbled on my words.
That didn't seem like a stumble to me. It seemed like a proposal.
Believe me, Princess, even I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
I only wanted to say the right thing, and it got a little out of hoof.
Yeah, a little
Please,
bit.
Give me another chance.
Though she wanted to turn the stallion away, there was something strangely familiar about this
Yeah, me a
prince.
little bit
She
familiar.
nodded her head curtly, much to Ranger's dismay.
Aww, she's
Oh.
beautiful.
What is that?
Oh, this is Doormat. She's a magical flying and talking carpet who just so happens to enjoy animals and hate heights.
Oh, yeah.
A magical what?
Here, let me
Oh,
show
yeah.
you.
You want me to stand on a magical talking carpet and fly off this balcony? You're
Yes.
right. My first impression of you wasn't correct.
Oh.
You're not a selfish, egotistical brute. You're just insane.
Don't tell me you're afraid.
Afraid. Why would I be afraid? I have wings. I can fly
yeah.
perfectly well
Yeah.
on my own.
This can't be the worst challenge you've faced.
At the mention of those words, Jadence was reminded of what the poor stallion in the marketplace had said. She gave the prince a closer look, seeing the resemblance in his coat and mane, and
Yeah.
ventured to guess that this was indeed the Shaladdin she had feared was long gone.
All right.
Yeah, more like
I'll
it.
go.
Shaladin smiled
Yeah, we'll see how
and
this
helped
goes.
her onto Doormat before the three of them flew from the balcony into the night sky.
Alright.
There's something magical about flying Doormat rides over a moonlit city.
Yeah,
In the
probably
span
nice.
of a few minutes, her mind and her heart was changed about Shaladdin,
Yeah.
and she embraced feelings of oddly placed romance.
Oh, oddly
Holding
placed.
each other close, Shaladdin and Jadent sang the woes of the lives they had led,
Are
and
they
the
actually gonna
bright
sing it?
future they could foresee together. As their love blossomed, Shaladdin debated whether or not to tell Jadence the truth about who he really was, but fearing he may lose her, he decided instead to hold his tongue.
Alright.
After their magical
Well,
flight
I think you
around
went pretty
the
well
city,
besides that little
Doormat
bit.
returned the happy couple to the princess's balcony, grateful to be on solid ground again.
Yeah.
Before it was time to leave, Shaladdin pulled the princess into an embrace.
Oh.
Here I was dreading the decision I was forced to make, and now I find myself rejoicing in it.
Alright.
I must find my father right away.
Jadent said, taking off from the balcony in flight with a bright
I feel like something bad might happen here.
Moments later,
Oh, hey,
Genie and
Pinkie.
Nepal joined Shaladdin on the balcony.
You did it!
Yeah?
Aw, look at you. I bet your heart is all
What?
flurry.
What? What?
Get it?
Oh.
Ha ha.
Yeah, ha
Very
ha.
funny.
Ah.
It's the pony of my dreams, Genie. And I could never have done this without you.
Yeah?
I have so many plans for my magic now that I'm gonna be free.
Oh,
I can throw
jeez.
the biggest party in pony history and invite everyone. Well, I don't know about the narrators. They don't really seem like the party type. Maybe I can just make things canon. Ooh, like Princess Big Mac. Wouldn't he make the most amazing princess ever?
Genie, wait.
What is it?
I'm not so sure I can keep up this charade on my own. Jaden still thinks I'm a prince, and the only thing I have to my name is a fancy title and some nice clothes.
Yeah.
If I can't convince the princess that I am royalty, I don't have a chance.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I might need to hang on to my third wish.
Oh, jeez.
For now.
But you... I thought you can't.
Oh, poor
Wow,
baby.
even I think that's cold.
Yeah.
Who said? Doormat agreeing with a soft nod.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't blame me for being worried. I don't want to lose her.
Yeah, that was it.
If you need me, Master, I'll be inside the tuba. And if it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm just fine-tuning the instrument. So there.
Yeah.
I knew I should have made you make me a pinky promise.
It's sadly playing the tuba.
You have no idea what a pinky is.
The genie said, disappearing back into the tuba in a
Oh,
huff.
jeez.
Looks like you're out
Oh,
of
dear.
luck.
Oh, boy.
Prince Shining Armor. Or should I say, Shaladdin.
Oh, crap.
A dark voice said somewhere behind Shaladdin. In a flash of light,
Oh, okay,
Shaladdin
I was curious how they got the
transported
throne room
to
so
the throne
fast.
of the palace. His fine robes had become rags again, and his friends Doormat and Apul were being restrained by the Saddle Arabian guard.
Yeah.
Stop squirming, you little pest.
What?
The rainbow-named guard said, trying to hold Rainbow
That's the
still.
image right there.
Roar.
Wait, what?
Brago chimed
Yeah.
in, looking from the guard to the tiger and back.
None of this makes a lick of sense.
Yes.
anymore.
Don't even get me started.
I just like how the
In the
Apple family,
confusion,
family members
Shaladdin's
just
tuba
point out
was
that, like,
pried from
obviously.
his hooves, and he was detained by the remaining castle guard. Sombra held the tuba up in the moonlight with his magic, and gave a mighty...
Speaking of tuba, I can hear, like,
joy.
the tuba in the background, the music here. Yeah.
At last, the instrument of destiny is mine. You bring me the Sultan and the princess, and you detain the boy. The last thing I need is for some pony to decide to be stupid and heroic.
Oh.
The Saddle Arabian
I
guard
think someone
didn't
might do that a bit.
hesitate and carried out Sombara's wishes. As they did so, Sombara blew into the tuba mouthpiece, summoning the genie. A great flash
Wait,
of light
what?
and smoke appeared from within.
What's it
But
say?
rather than the genie, a large sign hovered in the air in her place.
We're sorry. The genie you
What?
were trying to reach is unavailable at this time due to Shaladdin being a big fat meanie. If you are here to apologize, blow the tuba once. If you are evil and trying to take over the world, blow in the tuba twice. Thank you.
Okay, very
Enough of this. Genie, I am Sombra, your new master, and I demand you appear before me to grant me my wishes.
That mean you wish to see me out there?
Yes.
Wait, wait.
No.
Yeah, wait. That's one. Yeah.
Who said you have to be a witty young stallion hero to outsmart the big bad? Wait, what did you say your name was? Sombrero?
Enough.
He
I
looks
am the
pissed.
master here, and you will do as I say.
The palace guards returned with the
jeez.
Sultan and the princess,
Oh,
both of whom
yeah, I was
were
curious-
tested
yeah, the
angrily,
guard looks a
but
bit
were
hypnotized
unable
right
to
now,
sway
so,
the guard's
yeah.
objective.
There's no use, your majesty. Your stallions answer only to me now.
Yeah,
All
shite.
it took was a simple brainwashing curse, and their feeble little minds were mine to control.
Oh, no.
No! Sombra, you traitor!
Yeah, isn't it weird that the bad guy already has magic to do stuff like that, and yet
Yeah.
still thinks he needs a genie
Yeah,
to
what
take
the?
over?
Genie, for my first wish,
Yes,
Second wish.
I wish to be the Sultan of all of Saddle Arabia.
Okay.
Sombra and all the ponies in the room waited in anticipation of a large display of magic that never came.
Well?
It's done. What, do you want a parade and a lavish musical number?
Maybe.
Because we didn't have time to do that for the good guy. What makes you think you're gonna get it?
You won't get away with this, Sombrar.
Oh, they're
I
not.
refuse to obey a sultan like you.
Shaladdin shouted, struggling against the guards that held him.
Oh boy.
Little Shaladdin.
Oh, what's
I had
Kramer gonna
almost
say?
forgotten. Your charade ends at last, my naive little friend. Did you really believe I wouldn't recognize you when you came parading back to Saddle
he didn't recognize at first.
You didn't.
Yeah.
I did.
And what must the princess think of you now, Now that she knows you are nothing more than a street rat plucked from the marketplace and conned into getting me the tool I need to take over her father's throne.
I already knew who he was.
Oh.
Wait, what?
You don't think I could forget you this quickly, do you, Shaladdin?
Oh, that's
Once
nice.
I saw you on my balcony, I recognized you. I knew you were only pretending to be a prince to bypass the law of my father.
Smart girl.
Yeah,
don't
she is.
see many of those in the older Disney movies, do ya?
Yeah, you don't.
There is only one way to get rid of the meddlesome
like,
fool
okay, yeah,
you,
the
Shaladdin.
older ones, yeah, not so much.
To face the most powerful ruler in all of Saddle Arabia!
Yeah.
Sombra ignited his horn
no.
and stamped his hooves on the ground,
Oh,
causing
jeez.
it to quake. Every pony, including the guards, lost their balance, giving Shaladdin the opportunity to escape.
Oh,
He
okay.
raced towards the princess, only to be thrown
okay.
in the opposite direction by a
Okay.
great scaly tail that appeared between them.
Okay.
Shaladdin, no!
Oh my. Is he a giant alligator?
Yeah.
Giant baby alligator.
That's it. I quit. You
What?
made the bad guy turn into Gummy?
Oh,
Please. He's not gummy. He's got teeth. See?
oh, yeah.
Really sharp ones, too.
Yeah,
Shaladdin's doomed.
Pinkie?
Popcorn?
Sombra snapped his teeth at
Yeah.
Shaladdin, who narrowly missed them. He leapt away from Sombra's continued attacks, but knew eventually fatigue would spell his doom.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm betting on the alligator.
What?
Brago said, joining Genie and snacking on the buttery treat she had conjured.
Jesus.
Brayago, you
Oh,
too?
Way I see it, cuz, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be evil anyway.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, till the sequel when you get redeemed for
Oh, yeah.
no other reason other than they wanted to keep Gilbert Gottfried around.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Get up, Shaladdin. You have failed.
Oh, shite. Yeah, poor shite. Oh,
Your
my.
magic can never exceed my own.
Not true, Sombrar. For you are forgetting one crucial thing.
What?
Genie has more power than you will ever have.
Yeah?
Once I get my hooves on that tuba and wish for the powers of a genie, I will defeat you.
Don't just go shouting your plan,
Oh,
Shaladdin.
yeah.
Trust me, little friend.
You do have a point, but I'm afraid you shall never have that chance, you fool, for it is I who will use my final wish to become an all-powerful genie!
So is that like you wishing it, or just giving a play-by-play of what's going on in your head?
I wish for you to make me into an all-powerful genie!
There it is. I knew that first one wasn't like an official wish.
Wait.
Darn it, Pinkie, just do it!
Nicole
Yes.
said, seeing the way her friend was tiring in his attempts to dodge the giant reptile's attacks.
Yeah.
The genie nodded, and the room flashed with a burst
Okay,
of
now
magic,
Sombra is a
transforming
genie.
Sombra from alligator to a
Sombra
menacing genie
Evers.
with eyes that glowed and magic like great plumes of black smoke.
I can feel the power coursing through me. No pony will ever be able to stop me now.
Yeah, about that.
Shaladdin raced across the room while Sombra was distracted, following the black smoke to its source.
The
He
fucking
skipped to a
Sombra.
stop in front of a large Mexican-looking
Of
hut.
course, it has to be a
Get
Sombra.
it?
No.
Now he's a Sombrar sombrero.
So-
Say that 5 times fast.
That's right.
Sombra, Sombra, Sombra,
You do
Sombra,
have all
Sombra,
that.
Sombra, Sombra,
But
Sombra,
you
Sombra,
can't use
Sombra.
it. As a genie, you are bound to follow the whims of a master. Whichever master dares wear this, hat. My first and only wish. I wish for you to banish yourself from all pony kind. Somewhere far away, where no pony nor creature will ever find you
Well, that's one
again.
wish.
Sombra growled in protest, but his magic ignited, and with a resounding boom,
And he's gone.
disappeared, taking the strange hat prison with him.
Yes, it's right.
See, now that is how the original story should have ended.
Yeah.
It would have saved everyone the headache of a sequel.
Yeah, what?
Alright, Briago. Guess that means you don't get redeemed.
Aw.
Wait! Let's talk about this for a
Yeah,
second.
come on, man.
I I was brainwashed. Like the guards. I never liked that guy. Too brooding, too obviously evil.
Yeah.
I like the subtle things. You'll give me a chance, right, Shaladdin? What about you, cousin? We are kin, after all.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Oh no! You're braver.
Shaladdin reared on his hind legs and aimed a spell towards Braver, who screamed in protest.
All right, I'm going.
Aw.
Rather be a Western pony stereotype than a bird anyway.
Braver said, fleeing from Shaladdin and his friends in a hurry.
Oh, jeez.
Shaladdin!
Jadance cried in relief, running into Shaladdin's open hooves.
Yeah,
A disaster! An absolute catastrophe!
Yeah?
To think all these years I trusted him to... Why, Jadance, my dear. Can it be true? Have you finally decided on a suitor?
Yes?
But, Your Majesty, I lied. I'm not of royal blood.
Father, please. If you want me to be happy, abolish your law and let us be together.
Yeah?
Shaladdin, my boy, you have proven to be brave of heart and noble of spirit.
Yes?
I could not have asked for some pony better to wed my daughter and
Cool.
bring her a lifetime of happiness.
Maybe I have to actually watch the version movie like very soon, because yeah, it's
The
been
two
watching.
lovers rejoiced and locked their lips in a romantic kiss.
Does he realize that Sultan Sparkle's an alicorn and probably will live forever? And so is the princess, so there's really no need for him.
Shh! What is it with you fourth wall breakers and interrupting the love scene?
Yeah, Pinkie.
Shaladdin nuzzled Jadance, but pulled away with a small grin.
Maybe can make
There's
maybe
just
can
one
make him
thing
into an
left to
alpha.
do. Genie, I use my third wish, and I wish you free.
Genie let
Okay,
out a mighty
yeah, she's
cheer
free.
and
What the hell's gonna
ignited
happen?
a slew of party cannons in celebration
Okay.
before bouncing off the walls in a flurry
jeez,
of
what's-
light and magic.
I can see a
With
pool
no
there.
limit to her power, she would now be free to spread her crazy energy in parties across the globe.
Oh boy.
And we're doomed.
Yeah. Okay. He said it like that.
Good night, Poundin' Pumpkin. I'm so glad I finally get to tell you the real story. Sweet dreams, my little
Yeah, that was a
pony.
nice story.
And I'll see you all next time for some more Pinkie Tales.
Cool. Alright, so that's probably his analysis. Yeah, it's more likely it's Chris. Let's double check. Yeah, it looks like it's Chris. Alright, yeah, so that was Pinkie Tales, Arabian Nights, Shaladdin, and yeah, that was a pretty good rendition of the Aladdin Tales. Yeah, very nice job. So yeah, I definitely like the way they told us the story, did little bits in here to kind of fix the story and such, especially at the end there where, instead of just, banishing Jafar to the lamb, they banished himself to, somewhere where no pony can find him and such, and yeah, kind of Pinkie said that would save a lot of trouble in the sequel and such, but of course, yeah, the pair weren't be able to get redeemed and stuff, so they got that kind of sucks for Braver in there and such. And of course, I did like the cast for some roles here were obviously Shaladdin as Aladdin, Kane's as Jasmine, and of course Pinkie as the genie, and of course I like Pooh's being played by Asia, and of course of course, yeah, since the beginning of this particular Pinkie Tales series, she's again, be like, the force of reason, or fourth wall breaker, point out some of the plot holes and, or stupid decisions and stuff like that made throughout the story. So I still like her role in this, and I like what she specifically pointed out and all that in this. So I definitely like her character in this whole series, and and of course, there's this where, Brave was playing one, guard there, but she played another, and then she played the tiger, and, Pink kind of pointed out, they kind of ran out a bunch of one. Yeah, it makes sense, especially, them turn, rage in that big, sand creature thing one that, again, I can't remember what the official name for that thing was. Again, it's been forever since I've seen the actual Aladdin movie stuff, but maybe after this I might actually want to check out, since again it's not my all-time favorite Disney movie, but I still enjoyed it when I did. So yeah, I might actually have to pick up again sometime. Maybe it's not, maybe on Netflix or something. I don't know, I'll have to check that. But anyway, so and yeah, I just like how the story progressed here, and of course, yeah, unfortunately they get musical numbers Pinkie wanted, so that kind of stuff. And of course, yeah, it was pretty sad when Shiny had to postpone his third wish to free Pinkie there, and yeah, it's pretty sad to see Pinkie like that. And I was like, she's like, if you hear me cry, it's not that, it's just me tuning the tuba. I was like, yeah, it's sadly playing the tuba. Of course, that might me Miss Krabs playing the violin, sadly or whatnot. So Not too much to say, but yeah, this is a pretty enjoyable rendition of the original land stories, of course, yeah, with ponies and such, and yeah, like the role choices here and such, and yeah, like how the story's told, and all that, and yeah, it's pretty enjoyable Pinkie Tales episode, so yeah, definitely enjoy this, and yeah, props to everyone that helped out with this particular episode, and such, especially, you know, the voice actresses, and of course, yeah, the narrator trying to, yeah, I was trying to deal with Pinkie throughout the whole episode. I definitely liked their interaction on this. That was pretty funny. And of course, yeah, I just love Pinkie throughout this little series. It's very fun to watch and all that. So yeah, definitely enjoyed that. So yeah, overall, definitely enjoyed this episode of Pinkie Tales, and looking forward to the My Little Mermaid episode next. So yeah, I am hoping to, you know, at least remember to yeah, record my reaction like next week and such. Let's see, how long is that? Let's see, okay, yeah, it's about, just over the 48-minute mark, so yeah, I'll probably have to use my webcam again for that, and of course, yeah, maybe after that, I'll record my reaction to the latest Princess Trixie Sparkle episode, so yeah, it's a little heads up there, yeah. So yeah, overall, again, definitely enjoyed this episode of Pinkie Tales, and yeah, looking forward to watching My Little Mermaid next week, so stay tuned till then. So, overall, send this Strikes video, make sure to like this video, scratch out more videos, and then comment down below. So this video, I strike the next. And make sure to check the links to my socials and sites in the description down below. Those who keep on reaction videos and those my posts. Sorry guys, I've been a little sick, so that's why I was all that throughout this reaction side, so sorry. So, overall, send this video. We'll see you guys very soon. Bye.